It's not every day that the internet explodes with equal parts heartbreak, nostalgia, and sheer curiosity. But when Justin Bieber's voice cracked in a tearful message that seemed to pour straight from his soul, fans didn't just listen. They froze. They replayed. They dissected every syllable. The words were raw, the tears were real, and the story behind it all has become the latest wildfire in the world of celebrity drama. Yes, Justin Bieber, the global pop star who once serenaded a teenage Selena Gomez on stages and red carpets alike, just opened up about the emotional weight of their past in a way no one expected. The catch? His wife, Hailey Bieber, is now firmly in the spotlight, caught in the middle of one of Hollywood's most talked-about love triangles, and fans cannot stop reacting. So, what really happened? Why did Justin break down? And why does this moment feel like a chapter of unfinished business between him and Selena, even years after their breakup? Grab a seat, because this story is about to unfold like a Netflix drama you can't turn off, complete with tears, secrets, and the kind of emotional tension that leaves you asking, wait, what happens next? Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. It is free and help us bring you enjoyable content. And of course, watch till the end. The internet has seen its fair share of celebrity meltdowns, from Twitter rants to teary Instagram lives, but Justin's recent message felt different. This wasn't the carefully curated PR moment we're used to. There was no glossy lighting, no rehearsed soundbite, no flashy edits. It was raw. It was shaky. It was Justin Bieber at his most human. His voice cracked as he spoke about mistakes he'll never forget and love that shaped him in ways he's still figuring out today. Fans immediately knew who he was talking about. After all, when Justin speaks about love and regret, there's only one name that can trigger an entire fandom to collectively hold its breath: Selena Gomez. Why did this moment hit so hard? Because it felt like time travel. For a split second, fans weren't watching the 2025 version of Justin Bieber, married and in a new phase of life. They were thrown back to the whirlwind days of Yolena, the iconic, chaotic, deeply emotional love story that defined an era of teenage fandoms. Remember those paparazzi shots of the two sneaking kisses on vacation? Or the emotional award show dedications? Or even the heartbreaking breakup songs that seemed to answer each other across radio stations? Justin's tears tapped into all of that history, leaving fans wondering, is this really closure, or is this the start of something even messier? And here's the kicker: while Justin was bearing his soul, Hailey Bieber was nowhere in sight, but definitely not out of the conversation. Fans immediately jumped to her Instagram, scrolled through her stories, and analyzed every caption for clues about how she might be feeling. Could you imagine being married to someone who's crying about his ex in front of millions? Talk about awkward. But wait, it gets even more complicated. Their relationship had everything: romantic getaways, gushy social media posts, breakup rumors, reconciliations, and songs that fans swore were coded messages to each other. For every baby, there was a love you like a love song. For every heartbreak anthem Selena dropped, Justin countered with a track dripping in nostalgia and regret. Fans weren't just watching, they were living vicariously through them, turning Yolena into something bigger than the two people at the center of it. And that's why Justin's emotional breakdown feels so explosive today. Because while both Justin and Selena have moved on, him with Hailey, her with a successful career and her own love life, the story never really felt finished. Deep down, fans always suspected there were unspoken words, unfinished feelings, and wounds that never quite healed. Justin's recent tears? To many, they were confirmation of exactly that. Here's where the story gets even more tangled. Hailey Bieber, Justin's wife since 2018, has long been caught in the shadow of his history with Selena. Despite carving out her own identity as a model, entrepreneur, and fashion icon, Hailey has often been reduced in the public eye to one role: the wife who came after Selena. It's an unfair box to be put in, but that's the reality of fandom culture, where love triangles become spectator sports. So when Justin breaks down in tears talking about love and regret, the internet doesn't just sympathize with his pain, it immediately drags Hailey into the center of it. How did she feel? Was she blindsided? Is she tired of competing with the ghost of Justin's past? Fans flocked to her Instagram comments with everything from support to shade, proving once again that in the world of celebrity relationships, silence speaks louder than words. But here's the twist. Hailey has weathered this storm before. She's stood by Justin through his health struggles, his controversies, and his constant media spotlight. She's publicly defended their marriage and even spoken about how exhausting it is to be compared to Selena. So the question becomes, will this breakdown shake her? Or will Hailey once again rise above the noise, proving that her relationship with Justin is stronger than the ghosts of the past? Still, you can't help but wonder, what must it feel like to be married to someone whose emotional baggage is constantly trending on social media? And if Justin is still this emotional about Selena years later, what does that really say about where his heart is today? If there's one thing the internet does best, it's react, and Justin's emotional moment set social media ablaze. Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram were flooded within minutes with clips of his tearful message, accompanied by captions like "Yolena forever" and "Protect Hailey at all costs." Some fans were sympathetic, praising Justin for finally being vulnerable and acknowledging the emotional scars of his past. Others were less forgiving, criticizing him for dragging Selena back into the spotlight after she's worked so hard to move on. But beneath the humor and chaos lies a bigger question. Why does this story still resonate so deeply? Why, after all these years, does the Justin-Selena narrative still hold so much power over fans' emotions? The answer might be simpler than we think. At its core, the fascination with Justin and Selena isn't just about two celebrities who dated. It's about the way their love story mirrored our own experiences with first love, heartbreak, and growing up. They weren't just two people. They were symbols of what it means to love deeply, lose painfully, and never quite forget the person who once knew you best. Think about it. Everyone has that one person from their past who shaped them in ways they didn't fully understand until years later. The one who pops into your mind when a certain song plays or when you walk past a familiar place. For millions of fans, Justin and Selena were that story, just lived out on a global stage. And seeing Justin break down years later is like confirmation that even pop stars aren't immune to the same emotional hauntings we all carry. So, where does the story go from here? Will Justin's tearful message open the door to a long overdue conversation between him and Selena? Or will it simply add fuel to the fire of public speculation, leaving Hailey once again forced to navigate a storm she never asked for? Fans are already begging for answers, dissecting every move and predicting everything from a surprise collaboration to a heartfelt public reunion. But here's the truth, no one really knows. And maybe that's why this drama has us all hooked. Because as much as we crave closure, sometimes the most compelling stories are the ones that don't tie up neatly. The ones that leave us with questions, emotions, and just enough hope that maybe, just maybe, the story isn't over yet. Justin Bieber's breakdown wasn't just a celebrity moment. It was a reminder that the past has a way of lingering, no matter how much we try to move on. His emotional words brought back memories, reignited debates, and reminded us all that love stories, especially the messy, complicated ones, never really fade from memory. For Selena, it may have been an unwanted reopening of old wounds. For Hailey, it may be another test of patience and resilience. But for fans, it was a moment of raw honesty that reminded us why we fell in love with the story in the first place. So here's the real question. What do you think? Was Justin's breakdown a sign of unresolved love, or simply a man confronting his past? Do you believe Selena still holds a piece of his heart, or is this just the internet projecting their own nostalgia onto a moment of vulnerability? Do you think Justin still has feelings for Selena, or is this just old wounds resurfacing? Drop your thoughts below, share this with your fellow Yolena fans, and let's keep the conversation going because something tells me this drama is far from over.